This is what you will see once you have set up your XP account. So if you haven't got that yet, I'm not going to really dally on this, but go to Xperiencify.com, click on Get Started Free, type in your details here, and presto, you've got an XP account. And you will land in something that looks kind of like this, but you won't have these courses in here. You'll have an empty course when you land. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with an empty course as well, so that you can see the steps I take in order to get up and running with a new Xperiencify course. And we've got about 1 hour from now to get through this. So set the countdown, light the fuse, and let's do this. Right, so to create a new course, we've got this fancy little add new course button at the top right. I'm going to click that. And unless there are any questions in the chat, let me double check that. Okay, it's nothing from me. So I'm going to click add new course. Okay, so and that is going to basically create a shell of a new course that has nothing in it, as you'd expect. Okay, so it's going to be just a blank slate for you to plug in all of your assets and all of your videos and all of your training material, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so if I click that, which I just did, excuse me, we've got awesome course name set up, and that is the name that it's given my blank course. And you'll see here on the page, I'm going to close these questions here and this chat. Okay, cool, closed. All right, so if I need to answer any questions or you need to stop me for anything, guys.
I got you, Murray.
You got me? Thank you so much.
I got you.
All right. Okay, so this is what you see when you open up a course. And right now it says awesome course name. That's obviously not the name of your course. You can see it's unpublished, 0 modules, 0 trainings, 0 students. It's got 33 placeholder XPs points inside the course, and I'll show you where they are now. And then you've got 0 double XPs. I'm not going to go into really anything here right now, apart from to point out that you can see down here, it's got step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6. So those are the 6 steps that you should go through as you set up your course. And you'll probably come back to previous steps to make changes or make adjustments as you get things set up. And that's fine. It's not a strictly one-way process. Okay, so keep that in mind. So first of all, I'm going to go to step 1. Okay, so that is going to give me access to change my course name. Awesome course name. You can see it right there. Awesome course name. So I'm going to type this. Let me see. Gosh, I'm not going to waste time trying to come up with cool stuff. So if you need any ideas for what to call your course, then I'm sure you already have some, but you can click and get some suggestions from our standalone AI tool, which I've built that you always have access to if you're an Xperiencify customer. Even if you aren't, you can come here and get some ideas for my course helps people be more confident. Okay, generate some course names. And the second option is basically how creative or conservative do you want it to be? So it's going to go away and think about it. Give me some names, and I'll just grab one. I'll put it into this field here for course name. Okay, unleashing the bold lion within. That's pretty cool. The Phoenix effect, the confidence constellations. All right, that's cool. I don't know what that means, but I like the sound of it. Confidence constellations. So you can, it's got the course image there. That's where you can upload a thumbnail for your course. You can actually leave it the way it is if you wish. And then site icon, you can upload an icon there as well. Doesn't it's completely optional. The URL here, you can just type in the same as your course name, confidence. It just makes this makes a nice page URL as students are going through the course. It will say xpfy.xperiencify.io/confidence constellations. And it says XPFY because that is my URL. That's my private URL as a customer in the platform. Yours could be, say, Coach Matthew is setting up a course. It could be Matthew, or could be, whatever the name of Matthew's business is. It could say the business name .xperiencify.io/ and then the course name. Now, you can set up, and I can hear the questions being furiously typed into the chat right now. Yes, you can set up a custom domain. It can be set up as a .com. So it can be your amazing courses, or yourschool.com, whatever your domain is. and you can set it up as a subdomain on any existing domain that you have. So it could be courses.yourdomain.com. Okay. So that is available to you. It's at no extra charge. And you can set that up in the account area. I'm not going to click there now. I want to keep going. Okay. So course description, you can type in a little bit of description about the course. It doesn't really need to be too long or too involved. Okay. So once you've done that, close up step 1. It's done. You can see that the course is now renamed and the URL is changed. Okay. So step 2, course payment options. How much are you charging for this bad boy? So is it going to be like a $4.99 situation, or is it a $9.99, or is it going to be like a 4,444? If you're a believer in the magic numbers, or whatever the magic numbers are for you, like whatever is your course, you want to set up your price here, and then you can also set up installment plans. So if you wanted to set up some installment plans for people who want to pay in intervals, you can set that up here. 2 monthly payments of, let's say, $5.99, which brings it to $11.98 in total. And you can set up another one, 3 monthly installments of, let's say, $3.99. And then you can see, okay, it works out to $1,197. Oh, I want to charge a little more, $4.25 maybe. You can charge a little more. And if you want to set up a second one, I'm actually reverse that. I'm not going to go into that right now. That's an advanced thing. So bad Murray. So let us proceed on from there. We've got 3 payment options. Hopefully that's all clear for you. It's very, very easy to set up your payment options. And the way that we process payments is we integrate a Stripe account. So you will get a stripe.com account, and this is stripe.com. You will go and get your own Stripe account. I did mean stripe.com. Yep. And then you use the API key to integrate the Stripe account with us in the account area. And then presto, you'll have a beautiful order form with us that can take money straight away. And if you don't have access to Stripe in your country, don't worry. You can use PayPal. You can use Thrivecart. You can use any other payment processor. It's not a native integration. You'll have to hook it up with something like Zapier in order to get the information over to us. Okay, so but you can still connect it.
And in
All
case
right.
you're wondering, guys, earlier on Get It Done Friday, I talked about Stripe, so you can go watch that replay for any more information about that. Okay.
Okay. So if I click preview order form, you will see that, whoop, it's going to open a new tab, and then it's going to show you what the order form looks like right now. So this is our placeholder order form. This got set up as we created the new course. So it's got some text at the top that you can customize, or you can just delete the entire block if you want to, or you can add new segments to it, pictures and things. It's totally up to you what you put on your own order form. It's customizable. And then underneath that, you can see it's got a complete purchase block where you can take name, email address, phone number, credit card, and then, of course, here are the payment options that we just set up. They're already set up, ready to go. You can set up a discount coupon codes if you want to, and then terms and conditions, and then there's a button that they can click and then process their payment. Okay, so that is already set up, ready for you. You don't have to do anything to get that page. So once we're done with payment options, we're going to start to get into the course content. Now, this is where we start to do a bit more of the experiencification that we've been talking about, and that you've seen along the way as you've been going through EPM. Okay, so first of all, your program or your training, whatever it is you're making, it's going to be organized in terms of modules and trainings. Okay, so that's how EPM is organized. It's module with training inside it, and then another module, and then training. So you will do the same here in this in the course that you're setting up. So first of all, add a module. So that pops up a little screen, a little box, and then you can type in the name of the module. So whatever the module 1 for confidence constellation might be, or your course, you would type in the name of the module. So it could be something like confidence 101. Let's say that's module 1. Okay, and then you could put a description in for the module here. It's blah 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 blah. I'm going to put in some placeholder content for now from my favorite lorem ipsum website, which is called Hipster Ipsum. Okay, so I've got some placeholder content in there. Cool. And then that's all you've got to do. Just give it a name and a description. And then the module image, you can leave it as it is, or you can upload your own. And pretty soon, guys, we're going to have an AI, a hosted AI, like a Mid-Journey or a ChatGPT image creation AI in here. So you'll be able to basically click a button and have it look at the name of the course, the name of the module, the description, and it will create the beautiful picture that you always wish you could find at the right time, when you needed it. So it's going to be able to do that within a month or two. Okay, so once you've got your module set up here, and you can leave module rewards alone. You can just leave that at 0, 0 for now. So save changes. Now you've got an empty module here, module 1, Confidence 101, and there's nothing inside this module yet. Okay, so what's the first thing we want to do? Probably want to add our first training to the module. Okay, so boom. So what's the first training going to be called? Let's say it's called what is confidence? Really? What is confidence real? Okay, great. Cool. Create and edit training. So that's going to give me, it's going to create the training and then give me the box where I can start to type in some info about this piece of training content. So remember, this is the first training that you're going to be sending students into once they join your course. So I know Marissa's made some recommendations about curriculum design and the kind of structuring that you want to set up for your experience product. So just listen to what she's told you to do. And wherever my examples kind of diverge from what she's told you to do, listen to Marissa, not me. Okay. That's been the reason her marriage has lasted 10 years. Listen to Marissa first. So now training blurb, this is a 1-sentence description of what the training is. So I'm going to go into my trusty Hipster Ipsum. I'm going to get like a little placeholder text, type that in. So whatever the 1-sentence sort of nutshell of what this training is all about, we're going to use this inside the student experience. So put something meaningful there. Okay. So after that, we've got training URL, and this one is going to it's going to set itself correctly for you automatically. You can see it's got the name of the training here. It's got that already filled in. So that means that when the student goes through this training, they're going to see this as the URL that they're at. So it's going to be Confidence Constellations, Confidence 101, that's the name of the module, and then what is confidence really? And that's going to be the page that they're at. Okay. So, and any training notes you want to add. So these could be notes that you want the student to pay attention to. You could put a transcript of the lesson. You could put basically anything that you want them to be able to have access to in terms of like information that's over and above what you covered in the video. Really, it's up to you. It's an unlimited text field. You can put in whatever you want, and then we can use that inside the student experience. I'm not going to put anything in here. And then that's it. I'm done with this tab. Next thing you want to do is go to media. Media is where you would upload your video file. So I'm going to click upload and then grab actually, I'm going to grab a link to a video. I'm going to grab one of my videos.
There's some questions about adding PDFs or documents and things like that.
I will get to that.
See, guys?
I will get to that. Boom. And let me double check I'm showing my sound here. I'm not showing my sound. Cool. Now I am. Okay. So I'm going to grab this one here. It's nothing to do with Confidence 101. It's just a video that was on my channel. But you can, in terms of the video formats you can upload, let me see, video formats. I'm going to just refresh myself. Video formats. Video formats do you support? You can upload, you can embed YouTube, Vimeo, Wistia, Typo there, Searchy, Groove, Sprout Video, G Drive, And also you can upload your own, if you have a video file you've made yourself, you can upload that to us. So in this demo, I'm going to just link to a video from YouTube. So click on link to video and then paste that in and then save. Okay, so URL is added. Otherwise, you would, if you wanted to upload your video, you would click upload video file. Okay, that's how you would get the file selection and drag in your video. So, but for me, for this demo, I'm going to just link to it like that. And then once you've done that, release timing. So this is where you decide when the training is available to students. And right now, as you can see, it's in draft mode. That means it's not yet live to students. Students would not be able to see this. But if it's the first training in the course and students log in, you probably want to make it immediately available. Okay, so you can set that to immediately. We've got a few different other options, which I'm going to come to later on if we have time. But just know that we have other options that kind of get a bit more fine-grained with how and why and when you can release content. And that's when we start to get into the more Xperiencify components or parts of the course where you could set up different kinds of experiences for students. But right now, I'm going to leave this set to immediately.
Speaking of an experience, I got a question. Is it possible to put more than one video on a single training page?
I'm going to come to that right now.
Look at you.
Yeah, look at me. All right. So next tab is actions and points. Okay, let me back up here. You can embed a video into the notes area if you wanted to. So if you recall, I talked about how you can put in whatever text you want here into the notes area. But if you wanted to, you could put, yo, what's up? Here's another video important. Watch now. Okay, and we have, in order to, if you want to embed the video into the notes area, then you would hit the / key. That's the / you can see on in the text area. And then it pops up a little options box, and then you can click, or you can scroll rather down here and then choose video. Boom. And I'm going to, if I had my YouTube video here, I could just paste that in and embed it. Okay. Or you can upload your video file if you wanted to. So that's how you would embed. That's one way to embed a video. It's not the way I recommend to embed a video, but you can do it here in the training notes area. I've got a better way to do it. I'm going to show you right now. So other things you can do here in training notes, if you hit the / button again on the keyboard, this pop-up box is the same. You can access this pop-up box in any text area, in any text field inside Xperiencify, and it gives you the same options. It's got some formatting options here, as you can see, headlines and bold and italics and stuff, quotes, bullets, numbered bullets, tokens here. So this this is how you embed student information into the experience. So for example, if I click on tokens, you can see it's got first name, last name, email, course name. These are variables that get populated when the student sees them. So you could say first name, hello, first name, watch this video. And if I wanted to put in an emoji, I hit / and then scroll down and then choose emoji. And then I'm going to go point down. Okay, so it's going to say, hello, first name, whatever your first name is, or student's first name, watch this video. And then I would embed my video using the / and then scroll down and then embed the video. You can also put in Giphies if you want to. I love Giphies. Watch. Cool. So you've got a little Giphy in there right now. Other things, / you can put in images, just plain static images. Why put an image when you can put in a Giphy, I ask you. And then you can also embed Java. Yes, people agree with me. You can also embed HTML, JavaScript, third-party embeds. So if you have some system or some calendaring system or some other thing, I don't know what the hell. So just whatever you have, like a third-party in JavaScript or HTML thing that can be embedded in other platforms, you can use this function to embed it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, this isn't for you. But if you do know what I'm talking about, if you know, you know. That's kind of what we're talking about here. And then you can also embed or attach files. If you have a file you want to embed in this area, but that's not the way I recommend you do it. I'm going to show you right now how I recommend you do it. Okay. So basically, this is a general purpose notes area that can be put directly under a video. Okay. So I hope that is making sense. So next we go to actions and points. Now, this is where the magic starts to happen. This is where you start to set up the actions you want students to take and what they get, how they get rewarded when they take the actions. Okay. So that's the basis of the gamification that we're doing here. You've seen this in EPM, of course. Everything you do, you check it off, cha-ching, you get some points. Cha-ching, more points. This is how you do it here. And you don't have to use the cha-ching. You can, if you want to, inside the course, I'll go to this later and show you, but there is a sound effects area that you can go and change the sound effects for every time someone clicks. Okay, so you can change it to, like the sound of a harp, or you can change it to the sound of a gong, or more different kinds of effects that might make more sense for your audience. So the cha-ching is just the sound effect that we use in our business because, we help you to, start, grow, launch a business and a course. So it makes sense that we want you to get excited about making some money. Okay. So we've got two things in here, two items, two actions. And these are the two things I give people to do, the two actions I want people to take as they go through the training. So the first one's called watched video. So this is basically where people tell me they watch the video, they check it off that they watched the video. So you can even leave this set just to watch video. We've set these up so that you can leave them the way we've set them up for you. So watch video. And then here you want to give just a bit of an overview of what they just watched. And again, with the AI, we're going to be implementing very soon a button that can kind of go and look at your video that you uploaded or that you attached, and it can summarize it here in like a very brief, succinct paragraph. So it'll be able to do that for you very soon. So until now, I'm going to leave it set to just the descriptive text here, add a short overview. So I'm going to leave it set to that right now. And then the little box where they check it off, it's going to have like a bit of text next to it, and that's going to say done it. And if you don't like that, you can change it to be like, yes, I did it, something like that. And don't forget, if you want an emoji in there, what's the magic keystroke? It's /. And I've just embarrassed myself. It didn't come up. Now I just sound like an idiot. So if you want to put an emoji in, you can. I've got an emoji website here that I just usually go to for emojis, and I can just go here. You can just type into Google emoji, and it will give you 100 sites like this. I'm going to grab this emoji. That's awkward. Okay, so that's my emoji. Just paste it into the field. Yes, I did it. There's an image here that you can leave. You can leave it set like this, or you can upload your own video, your own image rather. So this is just the thumbnail image for the action. Points. How many points do you want to give to this action? So what we recommend that you do is you give 1, 2 points for having consumed the content. In this example, you can see I'm giving 1 point. Just consuming content, you shouldn't incentivize it too much. You should give points, but you shouldn't give too many points, because if you give too many points for everything, then you run the risk of the points starting to become devalued for people. So just don't be too generous with the points. Okay, otherwise they become meaningless. Okay, so that's where you set up your points. So just 1 point is enough for checking off they watched it. And then we're gonna just skip straight past this tagging stuff. Okay, this is I'll get into that if we have time later on. Okay, so we're now done with action number 1, the watch video. So we're now done. I'm going to close this one, and then I'm going to open next steps. This is the action number 2 that will sit directly underneath the video. And this one is where I give the student their homework, where I tell them what I want them to do now they watch the video. Now, you can see here I've told you what to write here. Add a short overview of the small action or exercise you want your student to do right now. Try not to call it homework. By the way, you can add as many actions to a training as you want, but these are our 2 recommended actions. So you can add whatever the implementation step is, or the action you want them to take after having watched the video. Type it in there as a description. So be very as clear as you can, and then done it. You can have something like done it, or it done it is fine. It's just whatever you type in, make sure you put it in past tense, as in done it, not do it. Because if you type it in as done it, then people will read it and they think, okay, I don't want to check that off yet until I've actually done it. Because, people aren't going to check off things that, for the most part, they're not going to check off things that they haven't done, or they're going to feel funny about checking it off that they've done it if they haven't actually done it. Okay. So done it. And that's why I actually I did it here as this checkbox, because I want them to, I watched it. I want them to check it off once they watch the video, after they watch the video. Okay. So next steps, done it. And then here is where we give them points again. And you can see I'm giving them 2 points for this action. And that's double the amount of points I gave them for the previous action. We recommend that you give roughly double the amount of points for the implementation step versus the consumption step. So the step above here was consumption. They watched it. And this step is the implementation. So you give them more points for implementation. So that's what you really want to incentivize. Okay. So once you're happy with that, you don't have to do too much with these, to be honest. You just basically need to give a action, like a description here for the action, and then you're probably done for this setup. And we recommend anywhere from 2 to 4 actions underneath each piece of training content. 2 is a nice amount of actions where people can feel like they're as they take action, they're getting rewarded, and that's the basis of all gamification. If you get right down to it, all gamification is puts players in an action reward cycle. So if you think about a video game, players get rewarded every time they take action in some way or another. So we borrowed that from the industry of video games, put it into a course, so that students, if they take action, they get rewarded. They take action, they get rewarded. And if you think about most courses, they put students in an action reward cycle, where you only get rewarded right at the end of the course, right? And that's why most students don't actually complete the course. They don't get that far because they're not getting rewarded every time they take action. And this is a critical thing that you need to know about psychology, is that when we don't get rewarded as we take action, when we don't get regular feedback and validation and rewarded, and we just don't feel good about continuing to take action. And the more we get, the more motivated we get to keep taking action, and the more momentum that we can get and that we can have. And the more momentum you get students in, the more likely it is they're going to keep moving forward. And that's the state of mind you want students to be in. Okay. So I'm going to give you just a little preview of what this looks like, so you can see what these 2 actions look like. So if you want to do that, click back on basic info, and then click on preview link. That's this link here. Okay. So click on that. That's going to open my placeholder page. So this is what students will see if they log into this course right now, and they go to the Confidence 101, and this is what they're going to see right now. There's it's just placeholder content right now. So nothing really is going to work on this page unless you're logged in as a real student. Okay, so it's got the name of the training, it's got the video there, and then underneath it's got, after you watched, here's what to do next. And then it's got the actions here. So if I click on one, I'm not sure if anyone heard a sound effect there. I didn't. Hang on a second. Okay, there's the sound effect. Okay. So we're going to customize these sound effects in a second, but you can see that's how the actions show up underneath the training. Like It's got the text and then the actions. And you can customize this text. I'll show you where to do that a bit later. So that is what it looks like. And let's say you wanted to set up some downloads, as Matthew asked a little while ago. You would come to tab number 5, downloads, and then you would upload all of your files that you want to be able to give to your students. So you can upload PDFs, MP3s, PowerPoints, docs, MP4, whatever you want, you can upload. I think it's actually more than that now, but add and then give it a name, like it's a resource, or it's a, or it's a template, and then upload, and then boom, choose your file, and then it will upload, and then it'll be available as template. So we just find a thing, upload that. Cool. It's now been uploaded. Now it's available as template. It's a PDF file. So now if I go back to the template page and refresh, you can see now that the file is available here as a download link. It's a button that is already right underneath the video. Okay, so that first training is now done. So if I had not stopped to really explain every part of that in detail, I think I could have got through that in about 60 seconds, because it was, if you remember, it was just basic info, attach your video, choose the release timing, customize the actions and points, upload any documents you want to give to students, and then save. Okay. And then just repeat that for every training inside the module. Add training, boom. Add training, boom. And then if you want to add a new module, add new module. And then you can basically keep going, keep rolling until you got the entire course set up and ready to go. Okay. How's that landing for everyone so far? I want to just pause there and make sure that everyone kind of gets the interface and how it's all organized and where to do the basics.
My favorite comment so far was, I have no idea what you're doing, but it looks so easy. I think I can just sit back and watch because I don't feel like I need to take notes. They said that it felt intuitive. So that was pretty cool, Murray.
Okay. But it's just a linear process of setting up the course from the start, one step at a time. And that's why we've set these up as steps inside the interface. So steps 1, step 3, add your course content. Okay. Add course training content, replays, and bonuses. Okay. So we also have a spot where you can upload your replays. If you do calls like this, if you do coaching and you record them and make them available for students, you can upload them into the replays area. And that's a separate page which will display the replay content. That is not part of the course content. And then if you want bonuses, if you give bonuses as part of your product, then you can upload the bonuses here. And they will be separate pages again, bonus pages. Okay, I'm not going to go into those right now. I want to keep on plowing through these steps and then see how far we can get. Okay, so customized course pages. I see a question about the lifetime access. We do have a lifetime plan available, and I'm going to talk about that at the end. So stick around for that, and I will tell you where to go to get that. And so I'm on step 4 now, customize course pages. Okay, so when I open this, it's going to have, it's organized neatly into what is essential and what is optional. And so the essential part to pay attention to is the core course pages. So these are the essential pages. And underneath that, we've got the optional pages. And then underneath that, some custom pages down here. Okay. So I'm going to start with the essential pages here. So first of all, we've got the homepage of the course. So this is what students will see once they land, once they enroll, they pay the money, and then they get redirected into the course. This is the page that students will get directed to. So if I click on this, edit, this is taking me to our page builder, where we allow you to drag and drop and customize and kind of adjust the look and the feel of everything that you see on the homepage of the course. And we do this for every page within the course. They're all templates, and you can customize them and drag, drop, and swap whatever you want. So as you can see, it's organized like a series of like building blocks, if you will. It's got block, a block, a block, and they all do different things. So at the top, we've got the course navigation. You can see it says home, all trainings, my courses. And then it's got notifications, badge, and then the user's their account info badge. So that's already set up for you. You don't have to do anything to that. But if you do want to ever do anything to any of these blocks, change the content in any way, you want to hover over the block with the mouse and then click on the edit content button. Edit content, edit content, edit content. That's going to give you access to edit the content inside the block that you see here. So let's say that I wanted to change this text here. So it says add your course welcome message here. Okay, so I'm going to edit that definitely. So let me do that again. Sorry. Edit content, and then it's going to open up a sidebar. Boom, there's the sidebar. Okay, so this is the sidebar where you edit the content, and you want to look for where it says column. Okay, column 1. So click on column 1, and then you'll see inside column 1, it's got some stuff. It's got text, spacer, headline, spacer, text, spacer, video. So what that means, what that corresponds to is the content here in the blocks. You can see it's got some text. That's this text here. And that's got a spacer, which is the space in between. And then it's got a headline, which is this headline. So if I open up, click on that, you can see it says what you can see over here, add your course welcome message. So I might type in something like, welcome to Confidence, Constellation. And okay, finally I get the pop-up in the text field. So I'm going to go to the emoji and put like a, okay, it's slightly just cut off at the top there. So if that ever happens, if it ever gets cut off, you can always go to your little emoji website and grab your emoji from there. But you can see I've just got like a little emoji there that looks nice. Okay, welcome. And then above, you can see where it says welcome first name. Congrats first name, rather. Now, that is going to fill in with the student's name automatically because it's got little curly brackets around it. Okay, so you can see where it says, if I blow up that, curly bracket, curly bracket. So it's got, that is going to auto-fill with the student's name. Okay. And then add a small description. So if I close that up and then come to text, then you could type in description, which is this text. And then underneath that, there is video. And this is where I would put my welcome video to welcome people. Hey, it's Murray. Welcome to Confidence Constellation. And here is blah, blah, blah. And I would go on and talk about like how excited I am to see them and yada, yada, yada. So you put your video here on the top. But let's say you didn't want to have a video. Let's say you wanted to have a whole different block and a whole different piece of like a content experience here. You can totally do that. If you wanted to delete this block, you come over here to the delete button, right? It's in the where I'm hovering the mouse over here in the top right. Delete. You can get rid of it completely. Boom. And now it's gone. Now, if you wanted to put a different piece of content in there, you could come over here to the sidebar and then come over to videos. But remember, I said that you didn't want to have a video. So let's come to text and images, and then you can find one that you like. So let's say I scroll down and I find, let's say I want that one. All you need to do is click and drag and then drop it. And then that's got the new text block that you just dragged in. So you could have just a very, very, like a videoless welcome text box if you wanted to. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. You've all seen the countdown in EPM. So we've got some countdown. Where did it go? Countdowns. Right, this is one countdown. And this is where you can tell people how, you know, when their access ends or when their mission ends. Your mission ends in, and then edit content, and then come down to hit column 1 again, and then choose countdown. And then you can change this text. Your mission ends in, you can change that to whatever you want, and then have days, hours, minutes. So if you're in another language, say you're in French, then you can type in whatever the appropriate word is for your language straight into the text field here. And then it will change on the page. And then customize countdown, click the update button, And that is going to let you choose when you want the countdown to last until. So you can set it to be a future date and time. Let's say the end of the month at 3 p.m. PST. Now that's going to give me 12 days, 49 minutes on the countdown. But that's a countdown that goes to a specific date and time. Let's say that you want to set this to be evergreen. So you want it to be maybe 14 days or 30 days after somebody joins. So let's say 30 days on evergreen mode. Saving settings. Cool. Now I've got 29 days, 23 hours, 59, 59, 57. So that's how you update things like the countdown. Just it's always the same operation. It's always the same process. You come over to edit content, then you come over here to the left, column one, and then you look for whatever it is that you want to edit, and it will be there in the column. Okay. And then the padding top and padding bottom, this is simply how far one block is from the one underneath it or above it. Okay. So you can set this to be, instead of 15, you can make it 0, perhaps 0. Now you can see that this welcome just got a little bit closer to the countdown. And if I go to the welcome block here, I can do the same thing. I can go edit content and then change the padding top to be, let's say 10. Now you can see it's very close to the countdown. So that's how you sort of move things around. Okay, so underneath that, we've got some actions, some goals. You've seen this in EPM. We've given you lots of different goals to aim for. A minimum goal, target goal, stretch goal, and plus there's a customizable goal, I believe. So this is where you set up those goals. We've got these goals available here in the sidebar under actions. So you can set up 3 goals or 4 goals if you wanted to. Okay. And again, if you want to customize what the goals are, edit content and then go to column 1. And then you can see here, all the text is all in there. It's all customizable. Okay. And then you'll, okay. So the points here, you can see it says 10 XP, 10 XP, 10 XP. So you can, of course, you can customize the amount of points that people get once they check off the goals. Again, by edit content, come over here to goals, inspiring goal goes here. So whatever your first goal is. So this is the confidence course. So maybe goal number 1 for me is confidence. I can leave the house. Cool. That's my first goal, getting out of the house. And then underneath that, 10 points is my reward for checking that goal off. So you can see 10 points. Now, let's say the next goal is something like I went to the store. And then that might be 20 points. Boom. 20 points. And you can see over here, it says now 20 points. So you get the idea. You can set up your own goals, and then you can set up the amount of points that are attached to the goals. And it's just point and click easy, just drag and drop and change things. Okay. So is that all landing well so far? Are we all following how the page builder works?
Yeah, it's looking good. There's been a couple questions here and there that I've been trying to answer,
Okay.
but yeah, we're pacing well.
Yeah, I see some people who want to take the confidence constellation course. You would not want to learn that stuff from me. I've got no idea about that. So it's kind of ironic that I would pick that. It's I guess you teach best what you most need to learn. Um, so underneath the goals, I'm going to just get rid of these for a sec. Goals. Now, this is, you may remember from EPM where when you first joined, we gave you some things to do. Okay. We said, hey, join the Facebook group, go and sign this contract or this agreement, go and add us to your email allow list, go and do this other thing. We gave you a bunch of things to do and we gave you points when you did them. This is the same thing. This is an action block that's exactly like the goals above that I just deleted, but instead of being across the page like the goals are, they're actually down the page like this one. So you can see it's got action, action, action. So the thing to pick up and understand here is that you want to give people frequent and copious opportunities to take action and get rewarded for having taken action. Okay. So here on the homepage, the student will have just landed inside the course. So they're going to, see the countdown. They're going to watch the video, or they're going to read the text, and they're going to see the goals. And then they're going to see, like, get started earning points right here. And then you can give them points for doing simple things. And this is part of Maurice's experience formula, which is constant wins. You want to get them into that action reward cycle. So we make the first wins really easy for them to do. So join our Facebook group. Okay, done it. Check it off. Add us to your whitelist so you don't miss any emails. Check it off. Something else, check it off. And you can give these whatever amount of points you want. Again, with the edit content function, edit content, then going into data and then choosing join our Facebook group. Okay, so there's all the text there. And then done it, again, past tense, because you want them to check it off once they've done it. And then this could be 10 points if you wanted to, but I would probably just make it a small amount of points. You don't want to give away too many points. Okay. So those are the first actions that your students will see. So they'll see these before they get into the training content. Does that make sense? And then underneath that, once they've checked off all the actions, then that's when they see their next step, the first training inside the course. And once they check it off, this is going to be the next thing that they see. And this is part of the experience formula, which is, I forget the actual name of the principle, but it was basically one step at a time. That's the idea of it. You want to give someone only the next step that they need to do right now in order to take action. And so that's why we have this box that has just one training in it, which is what's the next thing they need to do. So they can check off these things above, and then they go, boom, okay, click on that, go straight to the course. However, if you wanted to, you can edit content, and then you can choose how many trainings you want to show in that box. We recommend anywhere from 1 to 3. And then this box is set to show only next available trainings. Okay. So you can have boxes like containers anywhere on the site which show different kinds of training content. Okay. You can have different pages which show different training content, but on this page, it's just set to show only the next available trainings to the student, because we want them to take action and not get overwhelmed. And that's where most courses go wrong. They show you all of the trainings up, like, here's everything we have for you. And you get overwhelmed instantly and think, I don't have time for this. And then you back out and never go back. So this idea is just give them the next step. Just give them the next step they have to take. What's the next step? And let them take it. And then after that, give them the next step. Let them take it. Okay. So that's what this box is for, just to show them the next step. And my friends, that's it for the homepage of the course. And I hate this block here. I'm going to just put the video back here. I totally recommend that you have a video on the homepage of your course, even if it's just you talking into your phone. People will really, really appreciate the connection and appreciate the authenticity. Okay, so that is the homepage of the course, and it works exactly the same for every other page in the course. So if I go to single training, I'm going to do this really quick, but this is the page I showed you a few minutes ago, which was the training. Showed you the name of the training and had the actions underneath it and the downloads. You remember that? This is the templated version where you can see it says training name, module name, training description. And it says here, you're now on the template page for the course's training content. Okay, so we will reuse this page layout for every piece of training content in this course. So you can see it says training notes. So if there are any training notes, we'll put them in here. And then if there are any resources or documents you've uploaded, we'll automatically show them here. And then here are the actions. We'll show them here. Whatever you set up underneath that piece of training content, we'll show the actions here. And then we'll show the next piece of content. Here's the next thing you should do. So that is the template page for the single training page. Okay. So I'm not going to go through any other pages right now. I'm going to close this and then head back to step 4 and ask you if you sort of kind of understand the relationship between the course content and the pages here. Course content is where we store all of the actual course content, the trainings themselves. And the pages is just where we display the content, the single training page and the all trainings page. So sometimes it's a little tricky to get your head around, but once you get it, it's just really intuitive and you can really navigate around it fast. Okay, let me check the comments here in case of any questions or anything I should pay attention to, Matthew.
There's some specific questions. How do we control bonus content? So let's say someone joins, they're an early adopter, they're take back action fast. How would they get, this bonus mini video, but not the people that join later?
Oh, we've got some controls for that inside bonuses where you can set the
It's all
bonuses to
built
only
in,
show
eh?
to certain students. Let
Amazing.
me quickly continue with the secret sauce step because this is important. I need to get to this, and it's already
It's the sauce, the secret. That's what we want to do. Yeah.
we need the secret sauce. We need the barbecue sauce. So I need to get to this before we finish out this training, if that's okay with everyone. Okay, so secret sauce. So this is some of the cool stuff that we do that nobody else does. So first of all, celebrations. This is, you've probably seen some of these in EPM or in other courses or programs Marisa does. This is where we pop up. I'm not going to describe it. I'm going to just show it to you. Add a celebration, view celebrations gallery, and then let's say you finish a course, and then this popped up. Okay, or for example, you did.
I just got chills and I didn't even complete anything.
Yeah, or let's say that a student finished a training, a module on how to do marketing, how to get new clients. You could display, you know. So these are just some pre-created celebrations that we've set up for you that you could use. This is my favorite. Where is it? It's a dancing monkey, of course, but this is the celebration that we use to welcome students into the course. The first thing they see before they even get to the homepage, they see George, the course monkey. And what the celebrations what the celebrations do, let me just choose this, use celebration. So what these do is they're really surprising and they're like something that happens that we're not being the people weren't expecting. And when that happens, it triggers a part of the brain that is the best way to describe it is that if you ever go to a casino, you'll start to understand that the addictive part about gambling is not winning money. It's the anticipation of winning money. It's the not knowing what's going to happen next and whether you're going to win or lose. And that's called the variable rewards, which is very addictive, the principle of variable rewards. So that's what these are designed to do. You can set up these celebrations at any point of the course welcome. You can set them up once the student does something really cool. You can make them pop up just for no reason at all. And what this does is give the student this feeling of, I don't know what's going on here, but anything could happen and I'm really paying attention. And that's what this does. And that's the kind of headspace you want the student to be in, that very, very attentive and engaged space. Okay. So this is a celebration builder, and then you can customize using these controls along the bottom. So let's say you didn't want a monkey. Let's say you wanted to change the monkey out for a dancing person, for example. You could click this down here and then choose dancing. And let's say you want to choose the dancing dog, or there's another dancing monkey. Okay. Let's say this guy. Cool. Then save. And then now you've got this guy in here. Instead, and you want to change the background? No worries. Let's click over here and then choose fireworks. Cool. Let's choose that one. And now you've got some fireworks in the background. And once you're happy, or if you want to change the sound effect, we've got some sound effects here. that you can choose from. And then once you're happy, save and exit. And then it's dancing welcome. Create. Now that is set up. Now the only thing you have to do now is choose when the celebration needs to show up. The celebration trigger event. Okay. So click on add new and then choose first login. Boom. So this celebration that I just created is going to show when the student first logs in. That's all there is to it. There are other triggers that you can choose. Um, if they earn 100 points or if they earn 200 points, you can use that trigger. If they finish the whole training, you can have a trigger for that. If they finish a module, if they finish um, uh, a course. So these are training module and course completions. And then also, okay, that's all I'm going to talk about for this. Hopefully that makes sense. You can set up celebrations that can happen, for whatever reason you want. And then don't forget to turn it on over here. It's got the red toggle. Just click on that. And then now it's green. Now that means it's on. That's off and that's on. And then down here, um, and for people saying that's a bit loud, you can always upload your own sound effects that are much quieter. So if your folks need a little something a bit more chill, you could definitely go and find those sound effects or buy a sound effects pack and then upload those to your account, and then you can just use those in the celebrations or the sound effects when people earn points. You can do that as well. So the experience engine. Now this is, oops, sorry about that. I clicked on the wrong thing. Secret source. And then the experience engine. This is where you set up the experiences for students in the back end. So for example, this one is going to trigger on when user is added to the course. So you can see that's the trigger when user is added to the course. Now open it up and you can see that student welcome email is in here. So first of all, we've got a path here, which is who should go down this path, all students. So open that up and it says student welcome email. And this is an email that says, hey, welcome. Couldn't be happier. Here are your login details. Here's your login page. Here's your password and blah, blah, blah. Anything you want to say, that's your welcome email. And you can set it to go to the student. Okay. So you save that. Let's say you want to send an email to somebody else. Click on the plus sign and then choose email. And then new student. Let's say you want to send like a message to yourself. New student from me. And then /, remember /, you come down here to tokens and then first name, last name. That's the student's first name, last name. And then send this email to me. Send it to somebody else. Now we've got 2 emails going out. Let's say you want to send another email in an hour from now, telling them to do something. Then you can click on the plus sign and then choose delay timer. If you've ever used an email autoresponder, and I think most of the people on this call would have done that, then this is exactly the same. You can have things that happen and then delays, things that happen and then delays. So email, wait, then email, or you can maybe send an SMS. If you get this phone number.
So for those of you that are following along at home, this is where you're going to plug in your Ainsley Perfect Email campaign, right? Where you've created those great email sequences to onboard your people. Bam, this is where it's going. And that's where the intersection between what you've been working on comes into XP.
Yeah, good point. Thank you for making that. So here are the different kinds of things that you can do inside the experience engine. You can send emails, you can send text messages. You can even get responses to the text messages and keep the conversation going inside Xperiencify. Delay timers. You can drop a voicemail on their phone if you buy some credits with us. You can make a Facebook group post into a Facebook group you might run. You could have a post that says, welcome, Matthew, for joining. Welcome to the course. You can make that post inside the Facebook group and then everyone can welcome them in the comments underneath the post. Tagging, I'm not going to go into yet. Badges. This is where you can give them a badge. Like you could, if you've been through one of our courses where we give badges, then this is where you assign badges to people. You could be like Rising Star or, Marketing Misfit or whatever badge you want to give someone that is a mark of honor. that they can proudly show inside the community area. Then you can do a badge here. Um, webhooks for those people who want to use third-party services. You can send webhooks outwards. And this is more of a if you know, you know feature. So don't worry about it if you don't know what a webhook is. You can also unlock trainings. If you have any trainings inside the platform that are locked, you can unlock them at some point for some reason if you wanted to. Not going to go into any like really advanced stuff here, but those are the basics I just want to show you for the experience engine. And then that one was just for when user is added to the course. Let's say you wanted to set up a new experience for something else. So for example, come to Playbook, click on Create from Playbook. After you click Create New, Create from Playbook. And we've got some pre-created experiences here for you. So let's say that you wanted to congratulate your student when they earn a specific point goal in your course and encourage them to keep going. Cool. So this one is if I click on what's inside preview, it's going to be, okay, it's not showing me anything. Cool. Choose this. So this one is set up to trigger if user earns 50 points. Now you can change that if you come across to change starting trigger. Change that to, let's say it's going to be 200 points. And you can see that the starting trigger is earned points, 200. Okay. So update. Now you've got this experience here that is configured to 200 points that has an email already inside, which says, you're a rocket. And then it says, hi, first name, just want to reach out and say, wow, you just hit 200 points in course name. And that's a token that will get replaced with the real course name, Confidence Constellation. Or you can just type it in if you want to. And we've basically got some prompts in here that you can fill in if you wanted to use this email. And then, of course, we're going to be tying in Ainsley here in some ways that makes it easy for you to just generate emails with a click. So, of course, we're going to do that. That's coming up pretty soon. Okay, so that's the email that gets sent once they earn 200 points. So we've got loads of different kinds of ways that you can customize the experience for students as they go through the course. Now, let's say that go back to Playbook and then choose Explore by category and then choose Login. And then Student Rescue is the last one I want to point out to you. Sometimes life happens and students don't log in for a while. If this happens, it's easy to abandon. Reach out, check in, and get them back. So I choose this. You can see this experience is set to trigger when there's been no login for 2 weeks. Okay, so you might change that to 3 weeks or 1 week or 2 days, whatever you want it to be. Don't do 2 days, but 2 weeks is good. Update. Open this up and then, open this up. No login for 2 weeks. And then you can see here it's got the student rescue email and then an SMS. So the rescue email says, hey, first name, I've been thinking about you a lot. I wanted to check in, make sure you knew something important. That is, if you don't succeed, then I don't feel like I've done my job. And I've got a whole email that I wrote for you personally that really works well to get people to email you back and to feel like they matter to you, which is the most important feeling that you want students to have. And then underneath that, an SMS that I wrote saying, hey, first name, thinking about you, just sent you an important message, check your email. Okay, that's going to get someone to check their email. Believe you me. So that is our student rescue campaign, and then you can keep adding emails to it. So you can delay maybe a couple of days and then add another email, and you can delay a few days and add another email. So this is the kind of thing that we're building into the platform so that you can really deepen the engagement with students. You can get them to complete the course. You can get them to feel like they matter to you, that they're important, that they're making progress, they're in momentum, they're taking action, they're feeling good about themselves. And if they do get derailed by life, then you've got this student rescue system inside the experience engine, which can pull them back, which can get them back in, because there's nothing more powerful than having the creator of the course reach out to you to say, hey, I've noticed personally that you haven't logged in. And that concerns me. I don't know of any other course creator or any other platform that allows this kind of thing. I've certainly never received that kind of email from a course creator when I have not logged into their course. So that's part of what makes us special, because we are thinking about what happens, in this case and what you can do. And this really does work well. Okay. So that is a very quick rundown of secret source, step 5. And then finally, step 6, your marketplace. This is where all your courses are displayed. So this is a marketplace page we give you that you can sell your courses from. Okay. And then you can customize that page up here in step 4, marketplace. So this is a beautiful page that can act as a central place where people can go and see the courses that you have and then purchase them. Okay. And then underneath that, your school login page, that is where students can go to log in. So that's your login page. And then your order form is here. You can send this to buyers. That's the order form. And then the affiliate program. This is if you wanted to you wanted to tell other people about Xperiencify, you can give them this link, and then you will get the credit if they sign up and start paying us. And then you will earn a 30% commission on everyone you refer who becomes a customer.